Hey, want to see how boat launches can go terrible? Maybe you want to see how giant ships dock and fail miserably. How about seeing expensive yachts getting totaled? Well, in that case, here are the biggest ship fails ever caught on camera. Let's dive right into it, shall we? Step aside, puny boats. Big brother is in the house. This guy rammed into all of those small yachts. If you didn't know it already, this is what a dumb person looks like, and there's about 4 of them in this video. Just as they were launching the ship, one of the cords snapped and the ship came tumbling down. And guess who jumped off board and into the lake? We hope they learned their lesson. If this is the guy's first time driving a boat, we think it's going to be his last. Why? Because he completely wrecked a huge ship because he was ignorant. There's probably a sign somewhere stating the height of the bridge. Shouldn't he know the height of the ship he's driving? As the passengers were watching their ship park, something didn't seem right. This ship just couldn't stop in time. As the tourists ran for their lives, a little grandma almost got caught in the wreckage. Second before the ship smashed into the wall of the dock, she managed to escape with her life. Did he seriously think that the boat would actually fit in that narrow space between the 2 smaller boats? Was this his first day as captain, or did he have a bet with someone on the ship and he wanted to win it? If you like this video so far, would you mind smashing that like button? It takes a lot of time and resources creating these videos, so we'd really appreciate it if you smashed that like button, showing us we did a good job. But wait till you get a load of this guy. He thought he would park that giant cruise liner next to the little boat. Somehow he managed to fit it into a much narrower space than the guy before him. The yacht was called Sunseeker, but we think it should have been called Waveseeker. Sorry about that, we shouldn't joke about accidents. Thankfully, the captain and the crew and passengers were all rescued without any injuries. The yacht, however, was totaled. Why these 2 small boats collided is beyond us, but you could clearly see that all the passengers on the smaller boat were really scared for their lives. This is what happens when a jackass is driving a fast boat. The man was waving at him to signal that he was approaching a ship full of people. Did he stop? Hell no! The man just rammed into the gas pedal and crashed into that little boat. Luckily, these 3 saw that this was a madman driving, so they jumped into the water. Splat! Whew, didn't he see that bridge? Like, how hard is it to see a freaking wall? There was more than enough time to stop the boat, but did the captain do it? Nope. And that's why the boat was screeching as it passed along the side of the cement wall. Launching a ship can be a pretty daunting task. These guys learned why the angle of the slope launching the ship is really important. And that's why a brand new was lost to the sea. And launching a yacht is no different. Even though it's a smaller vessel, you still need to make sure that the crane and the chains can hold the weight of the boat. That probably wound up with a giant hole in the middle. See what we mean when we say that the ship manufacturers need to pay close attention to the crane used? These guys learned the hard way that it's not all about pulling power. That's why the ship got launched aside this boat. It's too late to release the anchor now. This cargo ship was way too close to the dock when it decided to stop. Because of the momentum, the entire vessel rammed into the cement dock, and yes, the damage was huge. It's gonna fit, it's gonna fit, it's gonna fit, it's gonna fit, it's not gonna fit. Nope, not gonna happen. Abort. Oh, too late. The back part of that boat was completely destroyed by the stone tunnel, and somehow we don't feel sorry for that guy. Even though it wasn't the ship that got destroyed, the ship lost thousands of dollars when the brake was unable to hold the anchor and the heavy chain. Some people have said that the chain and anchor were too heavy for the brake, and that's why it caught on fire. Everything seemed to be going along just fine, but then something crazy happened. The manufacturer used air cushions and the ship flipped over. The guy filming it got quite an unpleasant surprise. Let's just hope he wasn't the owner. The Norwegian Epic did an epic fail while coming into port. The ship crashed every platform on site. This smaller ship couldn't stop the large ship in time, so it wound up smashing into this larger ship. The police came seconds after the incident. You could call this the Clash of the Titans. And we don't mean the movie, we mean 2 giant ships that crashed near the dock and lost a few containers in the process. Someone didn't get their mail. Here's why you need to use the toughest chains possible when lifting boats. Paying a little extra for more durable chain is going to go a long way. Take these guys for example. Because they were cheap, they lost the ship. Hey, that rhymes. You see this thing at sea? What do? Why, you pull out the camera and you start recording, of course. Millionaire shows off his super yacht and rams the bridge operator's shack. The $125 million yacht was A-okay. The bridge came down a little earlier than expected, and the wrecked ship is definitely getting a new captain. We don't know if this ship was old or the waves were too strong, but it broke in half in the middle of the trip. While sailing in the Black Sea, this 46-year-old ship was filmed being broken in half. The captain started yelling "Mayday," and after the wreckage, 6 sailors were lost at sea. Ship vs. bridge. Who's going to be the winner? Why, the ship, of course. Don't make assumptions. Always know the height of the bridge before passing under it. This is what happens when you eyeball it. It turns out that loading containers on a ship is not as easy as they make it seem. These people lost their truck, and yes, the boat capsized as well. They probably knew the captain was a bad driver, so they reinforced the bow, and that's why it crushed the concrete like it was made from sand. While docking off the coast of southern France, this Spanish ship took a huge hit from the fierce waves. The bad weather managed to rip the boat in half. Luckily, 2 helicopters quickly flew in and took the 12 crew members back to safety. Captain. What? Sir, there's a pedestrian bridge ahead. Step on the gas. I want to see that sucker explode. This has got to be one of the most devastating shipwrecks in the entire world. The ship not only crashed into the dock, it not only destroyed the metal structure, but because there was fuel nearby, the whole dock caught on fire. Let's just hope that this video footage was taken by a camera mounted on a tripod. Could you imagine the hit the cameraman would take if this video was actually shot in person? Giant planks are flying everywhere. Can someone please explain to us what happened here? Because we don't get it. Did the ship crash into one of the pillars of the bridge, or did the bridge collapse all on its own? We seriously hope no one got injured. This giant cargo ship couldn't stop in time, so the stern of the boat smashed into one of the metal structures and crushed it. On a related note, how many of these sailors do you think got fired after these epic fails? You can tell us in the comments section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.